So we have Mia Hamm. When someone mentions the name Mia Hamm, soccer is the first thing that comes to mind. Mia Hamm is the most celebrated woman in the game. What Michael Jordan is to basketball, Mia Hamm is to women's soccer. Mariel Margaret Hamm was born on March 17, 1972 in Selma, Alabama. She was the fourth of 6 children. Her family often moved because her father was a colonel in the U.S. Army. When Mia was 6 years old, her mother tried to convince her to take ballet lessons. Mia refused. She was interested in sports, mainly soccer. While living in Italy, her father frequently took her to see the Fiorentina Soccer Club. Mia was impressed with the players and their passion for the game. It is where her love for soccer began to grow. As Mia grew up, she played soccer, baseball, softball, tennis, basketball, and even football. Often she had to play on boys' teams because there were not organized sports for girls. Mia played soccer for Notre Dame High School in Wichita Falls. When Mia was 15, she was the youngest woman to be selected to play soccer on the women's national team. She continued her soccer career at the University of North Carolina. Her coach told her she could become one of the best players in the world. Mia worked hard on her dribbling, shooting, and defensive skills. She was an aggressive player. In 1991, Mia helped the women's national team win the Women's World Cup, the biggest worldwide tournament in soccer. In 1996, women's soccer was introduced to the Summer Olympic Games in Atlanta, Georgia. Of course, Mia was on the team. Mia and her teammates played a tough game against China for the gold medal. Being a tough competitor, Mia played despite having a sprained ankle. She was a big part of winning the gold medal and became the darling of the 1996 Olympics. She and her teammates took the gold medal again at the 2004 Summer Olympics in Athens, Greece. Mia became an international celebrity in the sports world. She made commercials for Nike, Gatorade, Pepsi, and Powerbar. People magazine even named her one of the 50 most beautiful people in the world. She still today is a role model for women's sports and continues to inspire millions of young women and girls to play soccer. Here are your Owens. James Cleveland Owens was born to a poor family in Alabama on September 12, 1913. His nickname was JC. A teacher once asked him his name. He answered with his southern accent, JC. She thought he said Jesse. The name Jesse stuck with him the rest of his life. Jesse was a sickly child who suffered from weak lungs. His family could not afford a doctor, so his mother cared for him at home the best she could. In junior high, a track coach invited him to join the team. It was hard for Jesse to breathe when he ran, but running made his lungs stronger. The more he practiced, the stronger his lungs became. Soon he was one of the fastest runners on the team. By the time Jesse was in high school, he held national track records in high jumps, short dashes, and the long jump. That got the attention of coaches at Ohio State University. There, Jesse trained hard and became known as the Buckeye Bandit. The Buckeye is the mascot for Ohio State. He amazed everyone by running the 100-yard dash in 9.4 seconds. This was the first of 3 world records he broke on May 25, 1935. In 1936, the Summer Olympics were held in Berlin, Germany. 10 of the 66 athletes who ran track and field were African Americans. The leader of Germany, Adolf Hitler, believed white people were better than any other race. He did not allow any Jewish people on his German teams. Jesse was nervous about whether the German people would accept a black athlete. To his surprise, the German people welcomed him by cheering loudly and chanting his name. At these Olympics, Jesse won gold medals in the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, long jump, and 400-meter relay. He was the fastest human being on the planet. Jesse proved that the color of a man's skin did not matter in sports. He returned to the United States a champion and a sports legend.